Kia ora. A video from New Zealand. I'm just reflecting on, I've actually already made a video, but it was far too interrupted and things, so I thought it needed to be clearer. It's bad enough me umming all the time and pausing, but anyway, that's just the way it is. That's just me, and I'm not aiming for perfection here. Whatever I do is enough. So I'm looking at, anyway, healing our inner wounding. So one thing about this gang stalking and oppression and mindless campaign of hate is causing. I'm going to talk about us, but this is my experience. This campaign has caused me to look even further within. I've had, I don't know, since like 98, 99, I've been working in the healing fields. I went from picture framing to healing and dived in there, boots and all. And had the most profound learning experiences and teachers and all sorts of things. And that is continuing as long as we are alive. Hopefully we are still learning. So always learning, keeping an open mind and moving forward. So yes, so I've seen a lot. I've done a lot of energy work. I've worked with a lot of people over the years. And so I realised the importance of doing the inner work here, the inner healing of ourselves, becoming whole, which is really what healing is like levelling out our vibration and finding the places where this wounding has occurred. And some of it is reasonably easy. It involves going within, like you might use techniques like meditation or just walking in nature, or some people get in that state while they're driving, whatever it may be, down at the beach. Nature is usually a huge part of this. Nature is very healing, and we're part of it. So again, that's about becoming more whole as well. Our connection with nature is actually, in my opinion, really, really, really ultra important. So we realise that there's work to be done. So what happens is, in other words, they use your inner wounding and past inner wounding can be used against you. And heck, they probably caused it in the first place, and amongst all that programming, or orchestrated it or set it up. However, the fact is, however it got there is there, whether we like it or not. And these beings know all about it. They know exactly what buttons to push. They know exactly what triggers to hit. And what they're doing is, by pushing on that wound, they are reawakening the, we have our body is like a memory bank. It remembers everything, and those wounds sit there. So if they trigger that wound, they can trigger you back into past behaviour, and it actually makes you into a puppet. So if you've healed those wounds, then they've got no way to get in there and control you or influence you or trigger you in any way. So it's actually quite a cool thing that they've shown you. And forgiveness is a big part of that too, because when we're forgiving them, we're forgiving ourselves, because what we put out we get, So all of this is part of the process of our inner healing. So as shitty as it seems and as hard as it may be, the more we take responsibility for our own healing and inner health and wealth and well-being and peace of mind, the less effect that they can have on you. They can't get to you if there's no way in. So one thing I've learned about our four-body system, which is a basic running thing, is like the physical form. It's held together by the etheric form, and then we have an emotional body and a mental body. The emotional body is actually connected to the astrals. So when I have talked about, we have to expand our mind and our understanding, because there's way more than we can see or know, because we've been kept dumb. This is where it starts. Like, just think about your dreams. You have a dream at night. Was that real? Is that dream happening now? Things like that. So a lot of this stuff takes place in the quantum field. whether we know what it's called or not. It's our imagination, it's our visualization, and it's energy manipulation. So energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. So if we're finding and becoming aware of wounds in our auric fields and bodies, so just look, for example, to where a physical, like an accident happened, or you've got a scar or a cut or something, there'll be a trauma, there most probably would be a trauma associated with that. So we look at that, we find that, we ask to be shown, and in a quiet moment, and we transmute it. We transmute and heal that. And there might be some, what do you call it, some overflow from that, some yucky emotions that have been stored away or weren't expressed, or things that have to come out, and there's like a purging. It's like when you detox your body, you're detoxing your mind and your emotional fields as well. So it's like when you give up smoking, the smoke has been a smoke screen for things that you've suppressed. So people get shitty, they get bloody cranky when they give up smoking. And that's actually detoxing those emotions. This is just my opinion and my learning and my experience and understanding. Some people might disagree with that. Sweet as. Everybody's different and everybody's on different tracks, but we're all going to the same place. So we want to be healing that inner wounding so that we can't, so that it can't be used against us. So make no mistake, they know exactly what it is, and they want you out of the driver's seat. So they quite happily hop in there. There's all sorts of things going on with bodies. There's body snatching, there's clones, there's crazy stuff going on. So yeah, hang in there. We're more powerful because we have a body. So we must look after it. And by looking after it, I mean we are discerning about what we're putting into it, how we're treating it. The diet includes media, it includes the ear gates, the eye gates, all the senses. All of that is input. And, if it's a diet of crap, I mean, one of the best things that could happen is that the TV goes off all the time, is limited, or don't listen to the news because it's all programming, in my opinion. So we're practicing love and forgiveness for ourselves and others, therefore we are freeing them and we are freeing ourselves. We may not understand why they did what they did, but we still forgive it and let it go, and they are free and you are released, and this is how we're clearing these layers on the planet. So you do it for yourself, you do it for others, and it becomes easier and easier for the others behind following. And this is how we are lifting generational curses, which are unhealed parts of ourselves. Yes, somebody plopped it upon us, but they have no power. They have no power. If you understand this and you understand that you are free, it's not going to have any effect on you at all. So one of my favourite sayings is love all, trust few, and paddle your own waka, which is your canoe. So so cheers to the losers for showing us where we need to forgive and heal and let go, and that's practicing love and forgiveness and compassion and kindness. It's partly in the bigger picture. If you're in the bigger picture, these things make sense because it's not personal anymore. As soon as we take something personal is when we can be wounded and controlled. We don't want to be doing that. Get physical, watch your diet, cut down as much toxic intake as you possibly can. Look back into your past, moments that might just come to you, or you might set it with intention, or you might be meditating or breathing or gazing at the clouds or lying on the grass or something, and some moment might come to you. Don't turn away from it. Try and face it. Feel the feelings involved. Speak to your inner child. Explain that it's not your fault, not their fault, and that this adult is, or whoever it is behaving badly. You're not what they say you are. You didn't deserve that treatment. Whatever needs to be said to that child, as you would a child in front of you, say it, do it, love it, heal it, restore it, and grow it up to be so that more of you is here now, grown and not stuck in the past in some loop of pain. So this is the healing, and this is the process. And maybe you get online and you find a good meditations that you can do. You can do shieldings, you can do clearings, you can do inner childs, you can do your frequency work. Just be discerning as always, and figure out what's for you and what suits you, and get on with that. I found Tim Wild was a good one. Just discern your videos. Steve Noble is another good one. Kimberly Sherry, she works with the flames, and I really like her clearings. Steve Noble you can use for shielding and protection if you feel you need it. As you increase your light quotient and raise your frequency and your vibration and become lighter and lighter and clearer and more plasma and more evolved, the less that you won't even be around it. You'll be in a completely different bloody dimension from all this matrixy sort of stuff. You'll be able to pick the bullet out and it'll collapse. So what else? So this healing is vital in my belief in moving forward. Like, we can struggle like over and over with the same things, doing the same clearings, or we can take it right back to the root, heal the problem, or heal the imbalance and the wounding, and it's not going to happen again. We won't have to keep doing it over and over. You won't have to keep looping around and around and around and going through, getting to the same point and falling back again. Things will become clearer and clearer. This is my experience, and this is what I have witnessed. So what else? A side note here, this has all been planned, this agenda, this new world order that they're bringing in. They've already programmed everybody, probably still are. Well, actually, they are. They're still programming everybody. They're still programming children. So people have been used like pawns, programmed to play certain roles at certain times. You can see the agenda rolling out. We've just come out of the what do you call it? the royalty stuff with the Queen passing, dropping her body. She actually was a legit human. It's over for debate. But anyway, that part, the corona, is over. And now we're into the AI. So it's really, really important that we don't give a way in. And we choose our thoughts. Like, this mind control stuff is so subtle. And they would really, really like to be in charge of everyone and having us roaming around as like free-range slaves, feeding them in fear, feeding them the little fear diet. And it's quite mind-blowing when you start going down those rabbit holes. So try and stay out of the rabbit holes. Just for your understanding though, keeping it simple, we want to be healed, healthy and whole in our natural state of vibrant well-being. We don't want to be giving that away to anyone. We don't want to give our power away to anyone or anything. Gosh, that hurts a little bit. So take your power back. Heal yourself. Don't be pushed around. Sit in your centre and watch and cause the world to happen around you, not be pushed around by it. It's like that thing they say about, create your day or it'll just happen to you, We can get stuck in those loops and not even realise, as I say, it's subtle stuff. Hop back in your driver's seat and get on out there and power through this stuff. It's vital that we do, in my opinion. Take it or leave it, But you certainly feel better having being more whole. You'll feel much, much better within yourself, and things will happen to you that used to trigger you, and you'll be like separate from it, watching it, going, it's not happening. It's not happening this time, and it's a really good, empowering feeling. It's solid, it's good, it's true, and you're becoming more of who you are instead of oppressed and covered up and pushed around and squashed and fucking kicked to the curb, crikey. Anyways, so go out there and take a walk, take a stroll, lie in the grass. I don't know, feed the ducks. Apparently you're not even allowed to feed them bread anymore. Feed the ducks, hug a tree, do all those beautiful things in nature. Just appreciate and be present and grateful and gratitude. So yeah, feed that soul. Feed your soul and be happy and light and choose thoughts that feel good. And all that stuff. And remember, thank the losers for showing us where we need to forgive and heal. That helps to separate you from it. So take good care of your beautiful little selves and be happy and be kind and love your fam, your whānau. Go forth and be strong. So kia ora from New Zealand. I hope this has helped somebody or people. Take care. Cheers.